Here we go!
Hey, what's up, Blue Blurs? This is Gamer Blake 90, proud chief of the Blue Blurs, decked out, and good to go, as we continue our playthrough for the mobile version of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, which is now playable on PC, thanks to the recent decompilations done by Rubber Ducky Cooley. For that, I salute him. He basically did God's work. As for years, we always wanted these to be ported over to PC. We already have Sonic 1 and 2 on PC, but those versions are not quite as up-to-date as this one is, so yes, there was a preference. Unfortunately, that preference would never be addressed up until recently when Rubber Ducky Cooler took matters into his own hands, and again, I salute him. That's some awesome stuff right there. But anyway, before we prepare to navigate the snooze fest, that is the Marble Zone, we're gonna come all the way up here, provide Tails will actually give me a hand, like he's supposed to do. And we're gonna go all the way to the very top of this wall where we will find a hidden section with an invincibility box inside. I don't know if it's actually in the original Sonic 1. This might have been added in to take advantage of the inclusion of Tails and Knuckles and the elemental shield. If that's the case, well, good on them. And though we don't really need the invincibility box now that we have the elemental shield, or the fire shield specifically, we might as well go ahead and pick it up anyway. But why do we need the fire shield for this stage? Well, look up and you'll have your answer. Fire is an element that makes up a sizable portion of the Marble Zone, and the fire shield guards adequately against that. So although you could switch to the electric shield whenever you find it as well, I don't recommend that, as a fire shield will do wonders in making Marble Zone way less one-sided of a platforming heavy stage. I think it was a common complaint when it came to the transition between Green Hill and Marble, as Green Hill was basically a tutorial stage, even if it didn't operate directly as such, that showed you the importance of balancing your speed and platforming out all at once, and rewarded you for doing so. But with Marble, you don't get to enjoy part of the reason for which Sonic was made in the first place. Instead, you have to contend through all of these traps that could make you incredibly nervous if you don't navigate them carefully enough. You gotta get crushed, speared, or burnt repeatedly by lava, assuming you didn't have the shield on hand. But because we do, and we're dealing with the first act, which arguably was shortest out of the three, I'd say things are going swimmingly for the very start. Of course, we had to deviate here and there to contend with those annoying special stages and get the Chaos Emeralds as well, because I really want to see Super Sonic in Sonic 1. So we basically have two headaches to contend with, Marble and the special stages. And this is one example of such. It almost chucked me straight into a gold ring, straight away. Oh gosh. Fun fact, I played through this game before, but it was on the Sega Ages version from a Nintendo Switch. And when I did that series, I failed in the special stage once and had to do it all over again. That was tedious. But it didn't take long for me to recover after, because getting the Chaos Emerald here was much easier after. Like, the weird thing about this stage is that it goes back and forth between being quick and to the point and being one heck of a chore. It all depends on how lucky you are when you start this stage. And right now, I'm not feeling so lucky. Come on! Oh god. How long can it take to grind crystalline blocks away? I could really use a pickaxe. It would do the job a lot better. Oh god, no. I want to go on that side, not this one. Please. Oh god. That bumper ball's placement is horrendous. Oh, no, no, no. Oh my god. I did not want to touch that. Okay, I'll take the extra life. Special Stage 3 is pretty generous with the ring output. But that's not gonna mean anything if I can't get that darn emerald! Oh my god, man. I'm calling it right now. These special stages are gonna be a huge part of the reason that this video is gonna be sizable. Like, a lot of my videos already are. My god. I am trying not to rotate the stage back and forth so much, but it's so hard to control my momentum here. Okay. What did I do? No, no, oh my gosh. Alright. Come on. Bounce me to that emerald, come on. Come on. Jeez Louise, this is stressful. Alright, what? Oh, no. Guys, I need your spirit energy right now. Give it to me! I need all I can get. Oh my god, Sonic, I don't want to rotate the stage. Or maybe I do. Yeah, like I said, with this stage you can go back and forth between getting the emerald straight away and taking forever based on how your luck turns out. And we have so few blocks to stand on, so getting that emerald may take a lot more effort than I anticipated. This will totally go into a fail compilation whenever I make one. Oh my... Did they seriously play Sonic 1 and get the idea to make Sonic spin ball after this? Cause if they ever did, I wish they never had. But we finally got the third Chaos Emerald. Oh my god, that took, almost 5 minutes, I'm guessing. That's the longest amount of time I've ever spent on getting a Chaos Emerald. That just, oh my gosh. That was, well, you could already see for yourself how stressful that was. But at least we have a third Chaos Emerald in our possession, and we'll have to go for the fourth special stage later on, but that one will, funnily enough, be a lot easier to go through than the third one was. Because the third one's basically a coin toss, whereas the fourth is, oh god. I had to wait a bit there because I didn't want to risk getting burned by that fireball as it came back down, because it already taken to the sky right before I jumped on that platform. And by the way, be careful when you step onto any platform that are already embedded in the lava, because when you do that, the grass will get set on fire because your weight will push the platform into the lava. So you will need to be quick when jumping across them. Anyway, let's get the fire shield again, and all of a sudden Marble Zone isn't so bad. Often this stage is in contention with... I'm curious now. Oh wait, I can't go through there. Darn, there's a wall right there. What I wanted to do was see if I could go straight to that lava, which will then start to chase you when you come down here. But there's actually a wall right inside of it. So, oh well. So much for the opportunity to explore. If I had just stayed in there waiting for the lava to fill up the entire tunnel, chances are I could have gotten crushed by the wall that was obviously set inside of it. So thank goodness that I did not take the bait. But like I was saying, the Labyrinth Zone, the Marble Zone is often in contention with the Labyrinth Zone for the title of worst stage in Sonic 1. We intend to include Marble being a tediously boring zone, not to mention glitchy as heck in the initial version, largely due to the Caterpillars, I think, as sometimes rolling into them was a gamble. You would end up getting hit yourself without actually setting off its mechanic that would cause its body to fly off in all directions if you wound up attacking its back as opposed to its head. But even though the spin dash had guided me straight into the part of the badnik that I actually need to attack to destroy it, it would sometimes register me hitting its spiked body instead, and I get penalized while being the badnik at the same time. I don't know if it's a flaw that's specific to the Marble Zone, but considering that the Caterpillars do rear their head in this stage first, it's largely remembered for that. But yeah, it's a competition between Marble being tediously boring and the Labyrinth Zone being a source of panic attacks because of the infamous drowning theme that goes off if you stay underwater for way too long. Me personally, I prefer the Labyrinth Zone because at least, well, it's interesting. I know it's very stressful, but it's interesting to play through with, please. And after playing through the 3DS version of Sonic 1 so much, I actually found myself liking the Labyrinth Zone, as weird as I know it's going to sound. Also, Tails, you better not screw me out of trying to... He totally screwed me out of that bonus. If he hadn't attacked any with blocks at all, I could have maximized that bonus and gotten some extra lives out of it. But no, Tails here stole my score. He is confirmed to be a thief. You know, you would think I'd have learned not to take Tails along for the ride after he screwed me over during the final boss segment of Sonic 3. I finished that playthrough on my older channel, by the way. But no, I just had to be nice and bring him along. And I'm already regretting it. But it could be worse. He could be in the special stages with me. And that doesn't happen until Sonic 2. So, all things considered, I lucked out. Alright, now be very careful here. You could end up getting crushed if you do not watch your step very carefully. Luckily, the widescreen support helps with the issue of those things activating off screen and taking you by surprise at the last minute. So, Marble Zone is basically telling you, slow the heck down. And if you do try to pick up the pace, well, you could end up dying for it before you could even blink. So, yeah, the Marble Zone is definitely not on my list of favorable stages for that. Like, I'm not following the philosophy that Sonic is only about, hey dude, let's go fast, hey dude, let's go fast. Which is part of the reason the boost games aren't exactly at the top of my favorites list. Not to say boost games are bad, I actually absolutely adore Sonic Unleashed, as even though it's like the technical first boost-based game to be brought over to consoles, although it's not the first boost game period, that would be Sonic Rush, but for some reason that's largely not considered a boost game by the community, and I'm not sure I understand why. But as far as Unleashed goes, I think that was the first boost game to be brought over to home consoles on the big screen. And the level layouts were not perfect, but they certainly felt fun to play through. This, on the other hand, is not so fun, but thank goodness we clutched that out. I almost lost that emerald right there. And I was just talking earlier about how the fourth special stage was weirdly easier than the third one because at least it isn't so much of a coin flip, and then I go and prove myself wrong. The Let's Play curse. It just has these weird symptoms that can't really be put into words. But yeah, I mentioned the worst stage of Sonic 1 earlier. Which one do you actually think is the worst for this game? Is it Marble Zone, the Labyrinth Zone, any other stage that you can go through in this game? Whichever it is, let me know in the comments down below. Cause I would like to know your opinions on the subject. I'm pretty sure I'll hear an awful lot of Labyrinth or Marble, but never hurts to ask. Now, there are two pathways you can go through to start this stage, but I think we're gonna take this one because I don't often come down here. Although looking at this now, I think the other route would have been comparatively safer to take, for sure. But hey, as much as I complain about Marble being way too much about platforming, I can handle the platforming here just fine, so that's definitely not a reason for the dislike. Ayo, you are about to get flattened to a pancake there, you better watch your step. Now we're gonna press the switch. Oh, that reminds me, but in the prototype version of Sonic 1 that surfaced just 2 months ago, these things activated simply by standing on them, as opposed to having to press a switch to activate them. And then halfway through development, they decided to change it over to make you press a switch to activate those things. As well, this state was initially going to have UFOs in the sky, but again, they decided to change it up during development and exclude the UFOs entirely, and I don't know why, because at the very least, that would have made Marble Zone a little more interesting to look at. What's not so interesting is actually messing that up, but hey, the fire shield basically served as a crutch there, so I'm glad to have it. Oh, there's a hidden wall you can go through right here where you will find an extra life. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Now, you also have to be careful when going through here because there is this. I strongly suggest not getting hit like that, because you could get knocked straight back down there into the very tunnel we just came out of, and that could potentially lead you to, well, death by being crushed by spikes. So I'm just warning you about that right now, in case you are considering playing Sonic 1. Your fireballs don't faze me in the slightest, Marble. See me in Sonic 3. Yo, that's just hilarious, man. How irrelevant Marble Zone becomes when you have the fire shield. Labyrinth becomes somewhat irrelevant when you have a shield as well, but not quite to the same extent as this for sure. Alright, so another keynote difference to the mobile version of the Marble Zone, they changed the final area a tad for before you go into the boss battle. You initially didn't have to run across these blocks to begin the battle, but, well, the simplest way to say that things are a little bit different this time around. But as far as how the boss itself works, it's the same as ever. Robotnik will zip back and forth across the platforms, dropping fireballs, and you gotta avoid them while mounting an attack. And of course, be mindful of the fireballs popping out from the lava bed directly at the center. So it's all a matter of being very, very aware of your movement and your precision. But then again, we have this. We don't need to be precise. Usually I'm somewhat of a purist, as I would prefer to play Sonic 1 without the elemental shield, but for this series I felt like having fun and exploring possibilities, of which there are an awful lot in the mobile version. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and break that animal capsule to save the flickies, and conclude the snooze fest that is the Marble Zone. Though it became way less of a snooze fest thanks to the fire shield. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know with your likes and comments down below, and when we continue this series in its next video, we are going to be going through a tragically overlooked stage known as the Spring Yard Zone, which by the way was previously named Sparkling in the prototype. Oh, that's a cool name for it, and this stage also used to look very, very different. I really need to showcase the prototype at some point so that you can see what I mean firsthand, but chances are, a lot of you have already seen it, as it's been like 2 months. Either way, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, drop those likes and comments down below, and to keep up my content, hit that sub button and ring that bell. Wouldn't want you to miss out on anything at all. Until then, guys, peace! Blue blurs for life. I'll see you next time. Take care. And seriously, screw the Sonic 1 special stages. No more of those, please.